Good morning or afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another day of social studies, where, as people had requested, because we did so great on our last current events lesson, I was really impressed with the kind of like thinking you were doing and really doing some great exploration of the current events in our world today. We're doing it again. So, hooray. I hope this is something that you are taking advantage of as a great opportunity to kind of be a more informed, better educated, kind of just citizen person in the world. Because, of course, the world's a crazy place and it's really only kind of getting crazier and more confusing with this coronavirus crisis. As I had mentioned last time, again, what we're going through is going to be an incredibly important factor that kind of determines what the future of the world, the country, Colorado, Denver is going to look like. And connecting to our lesson about perspective from Thursday, lots of people in the world have different perspectives, different points of view about what should we do. Some of you might did some articles or might have seen about how some people think that we should just bring everything back to normal right away, and if people get sick and die, then whatever. That's one perspective. You might disagree with that perspective, but how do we work with different people and have a conversation with people who have different perspectives than us? That's kind of politics and social studies in action. And the reason this is so important is because, kind of as we go through life and the world, you're going to be adults before you know it. It'll sneak up on you. I didn't think that was going to happen to me back when I was in eighth grade, but here I am. It happens. But kind of as life happens, when you're an adult, you can either be kind of somebody who is actively involved in what is going on in the world or your community, or you could be somebody who is not and kind of, for whatever reason, just kind of takes like a back seat, almost like passenger status. Like, you're not driving the car, you're kind of just sitting there for the ride. If you kind of just take life as you're here along for the ride, then things just happen to you. And you just kind of have to deal with that and be like, well, it happens or it doesn't. It's good or it's bad. I don't know. I'm just watching. But what the goal of this current events article and research is to get you in more of that like driver seat position, where when you see what's going on in the world, you can actually react to it rather than just being like letting the world and history happen to you. You can be involved and make history happen. If you don't like what's happening in the world, you can do something about it. If you disagree with something, you can say why, and then you're involved in the process. And then you're more of an active participant or driver in history. And the drivers of history are the people who determine what the world in the future will look like. And sooner than later, again, that will be you deciding who is going to be in charge, what the world is going to look like. And the more informed we are, the better we can make good decisions about what the world and history is going to look like. Because that is what social studies in action is people making decisions about the world, what it's going to look like, who's ignored, who's listened, or is the world going to be a better place or worse place after coronavirus? That is up to the decisions that people make. So this is the importance of looking at current events so we can make better decisions and be better informed. And this is also just generally the point of history too, is we can make better decisions about the world we know now that if we know what happened in the past. If we can look at what worked well, what didn't work well, then we can make a better decision about what we do here in the world today to make the future better rather than worse. So again, I hope you take advantage of this. This is an opportunity for you to be educated, to be a better informed citizen, and to be an active driver of history and the world now, rather than a passive passenger that just sits by and lets the world happen to you. So I hope you take advantage of this and take it seriously, do your very best, and find things you're interested in. Make sure you watch the other videos below, do the do now, and I'll see you in the next video.